Assalamualaikum everyone. This is Maruf Ahmed Badhan. I'm a student of Department of Management Studies, Jagannath University, and my student ID is B210202091. Today we're gonna make a video tutorial about the topic what is organizational behavior as our course project, and thanks to our course instructor Professor Dr. Liza Khanum ma'am for giving us this opportunity. We are going to complete this video in a group, and we have 7 members. One by one our group members will discuss today's topic. So without wasting time, let's jump into the video. Welcome to our tutorial, and here is the basic description of our course and our course teacher. Our course is organizational behavior, and our course instructor is Professor Dr. Liza Khanum ma'am, Professor, Department of Management Studies, Jagannath University, Dhaka. The first topic is what is organizational behavior, and it will be in the category of introduction to organizational behavior. So what is organizational behavior? Organizational behavior is a field of study that investigates the impact individuals, groups, and structure have on behavior within organizations for the purpose of applying such knowledge toward improving an organization's effectiveness. The second topic is the importance of organizational behavior. The first importance is it improves employee productivity and performance by implementing strategies that boost efficiency and job satisfaction. Second one is it enhances employee satisfaction and engagement by studying employee needs and workplace conditions, leading to better job design and work-life balance. The third one is it promotes a positive organizational culture, and it encourages ethical behavior and corporate social responsibility. The next one is it facilitates better communication by studying communication patterns and barriers, leading to improved interactions within teams. The next one is it enhances teamwork and collaboration. The last importance of organizational behavior, it reduces workplace conflicts by building good relations among employees. This is the end of my part. The rest of the part of this tutorial will be discussed by our team members. Thank you everyone.
Assalamualaikum everyone, I'm Ibn Abdullah Fahim. My student ID is B210202092. Today I will be talking about the disciplines that contribute to the field of organizational behavior, or OB. Now, what is organizational behavior? Organizational behavior is an behavioral science that means it combines knowledge from several disciplines to study how people behave in an organization. The major contribution to OB include psychology, social psychology, sociology, and anthropology. Each of them brings an unique perspective to understanding individuals, group, and organizational behavior. Psychology and OB. Psychology focuses on individual level of behavior. It helps us understanding things like how people learn, what motivates them, and how their personality and emotions influence their work. Psychologists have also contributed to understanding job satisfaction, leadership, effectiveness, decision making, and state management in the workplace. Now, social psychology. Social psychology sits at the intersection of psychology and sociology. It examines how people influence one another, making especially useful for understanding things like attitude change, trust building, and communication patterns. Social psychologists also help us understand group dynamics, power, and conflict, which are all key elements of the workplace. Now, sociology and OB. Sociology looks at how people interact within social system, especially large formal and informal organizations. It contributes to OB by helping us study group behavior, organizational culture, structure, and technology. Sociologists help to explain how organizations function as system and how power and communication shape group behavior. Now, anthropology and OB. Anthropology brings an cultural perspective. It helps us understand how people's values, beliefs, and behaviors differ across from societies to societies and even within different organization to organizations. These disciplines has greatly influenced how we are approach organizational culture, climate, and cross cultural management and cross cultural management, which is especially important for the today's globalized workforce.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is MD Ridhay Hussain Rana. My bearing student ID is B21020208. Today I will be talking about the opportunity of organizational behavior. Organizational behavior is not just a theory. It is a powerful tool that can improve how organization function and how employees work. Improve employee productivity. One of the biggest opportunity of organizational behavior offer is improve employee productivity. By understanding what motive people, manager can create environment that boost performance. OB also help design reward system that encourage high performance and goal achievement. Employee satisfaction and teamwork. OB play a major role in increasing employee satisfaction. When jobs are well designed and employees feel good treated, they are more engaged and loyal. Organizational behavior also enhance teamwork by promoting collaboration and helping resolve conflict more effectively. Leadership, adaptability, and culture. Organizational behavior help leaders adopt their style to what their team need, which strongness, decision making, and morale. It also support adaptability, especially in porting during change, and most importantly, organizational behavior help shape a strong, healthy organizational culture that align people with shared value and goal. Organizational behavior open the door to better productivity, satisfied employee, effective teamwork, strong leadership, and a good culture. Thank you.
We are going to discuss about the topic organizational behavior as a system individual. For this, first we have to understand organizational behavior as a system individual. Firstly, we can see that organizational behavior studies how individual behaves within the organizations. Secondly, the individual level focuses on personality, perception, motivation, and learning. Thirdly, employees' attitudes and behaviors impact productivity, teamwork, and decision making. And the last of all, psychological theories such as Maslow's hierarchy of needs explain the individual's motivation. Moving on to the next slide, we can see that the slide is about organization as a system, and we have to understand this topic clearly. First of all, an organization is like a living system made up of interrelated parts like department, teams, and individuals. These parts work together to achieve a common goal. The system includes inputs, processes, and outputs. Inputs like as people, resources, and information, and processes such as decision making, communication, and leadership. And last of all, outputs such as products, services, and performance. These all are the things of organization as a system. And in the next slide, we can see the individual as a part of the system. In this part, we can see that the individual, as an individual, your behavior affects and is affected by the system. Key elements include personality and attitudes. This influences how you react to the situation and interact with others. Perception is like the way you interpret your environment affects your decisions and actions. And last of all, motivation, which is the most important of all, it is what drives your will impact how you perform and contribute. And learning is how you adapt and grow in the organization's affects your role in the system. This was all from me. Thank you.
Hello, good morning everyone. Myself Oshorjopal Sandip, my ID B2102022087. Today our presentation topic is organizational behavior as a system in the group perspective. So let's start with our presentation with a short introduction. Here is our introduction. Organizational behavior or OB as a system views the organization as an interconnected and interdependent set of elements that function together to achieve common goals. This system approach helps understand how individual, group structure and processes interact with an organization. Let's brief our four key elements of organizational behavior. First elements is input, which is also known as internal external factors. In organizational culture, structure, leadership and policies, which are internal factors. These factors shape the environment in which group function. The second one is employee skills, motivation, attitudes. Group performance is influenced by competencies and mindset of individual members. The third one is external environment. Factors like economic condition, competencies, technologies affect group goals and resources. The second key element is processes, which is also known as group dynamics and behavior. First factor is communication and decision making. Effective communication foster better decision and collaboration within the group. The second factor is leadership and team dynamics. Leadership style, interpersonal relationship influence team performance and morale. The third one is conflict resolution and negotiation. Managing disagreements. Productivity is essential for maintaining group harmony and progress. The fourth one is power and politics. Informal influence, authority affect group interaction and resource allocation. Fifth one is motivation and performance management. Group goals are aligned through motivation and strategies and performance tracking. Here is our third elements, which is outputs, also known as results and consequences. The first one is employees' productivity and satisfaction. Employees' productivity and satisfaction is a key measure of how well group processes support individual and collective output. The second one is group effectiveness and efficiency. Reflects how well the team achieve its objective with the optimal use of resources. The third factor is organizational performance and innovation. Innovation outputs, strategies, goals result from effective group behavior. The fourth factor is job engagement and turnover rates. High job engagement and high low turnover rates means positive group environment. On the other hand, low engagement and high turnover indicates negative group environment. The fourth and final key element is our feedback loop, which is also known as learning and adapting. The first factor is continuous assessment and improvements of team behavior. Which means ongoing evaluation helps refine group practices. The second one is adjusting strategies based on performance outcome, which means data driven changes improve future group functioning. The third one is organizational learning, knowledge sharing. The team contribute to and benefited from collective organization intelligence. Thank you everyone.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, this is Fahim and today I will be giving a quick overview of organizational behavior as a system. OB as a system. OB works like a system where everything is connected. We have inputs like people, culture and environment. Then come process such as leadership, communication and motivation. And finally outputs including productivity, performance and satisfaction. There are also continuous feedback loop where results inform future action, making the organization adaptive and responsive. Why this matters? Thinking of OB as a system helps us understand how a change can affect the whole organization. For example, poor communication in one team can impact motivation and overall output. The system view helps managers like better, more informed decision.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today I will be speaking about the key challenges of organizational behavior. Today's dynamic business environment organization faces numerous challenges that leaders must understand and address effectively. Let's begin with the responding to economic pressure. During financial downturn, organizations may need to cut costs, freeze hiring, or lay off staff. This can create anxiety and reduce employee morals. For example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, many companies had to downsize, which challenged managers to keep remaining employees motivated and engaged. Our next is responding to globalization. Business now operates across borders, involving employees from different cultures, time zones, and languages. For instance, a US based company collaborating with a team in Japan must manage cultural differences in communication and decision making style. Another key challenge is managing workforce diversity. Today's workforce includes peoples of various ages, ethnicities, genders, and beliefs. This diversity can bring innovation but also requires inclusive practices. For example, an organization that promotes diversity, training, and inclusive hiring policies is more likely to foster teamwork and mutual respect. Our next challenge is improving customer service. It is also a growing demand. People must be trained not only in STEM technical skills but also in empathy and communication. Think of a hotel receptionist. They are not just checking in guests, they are presenting the brand's values and creating customer loyalty. Improving people skills is another challenge. It is an essential in every level of management. As Robbins emphasizes, technical skills may get you the job, but people skills help you keep it and lead others effectively. Leaders must learn to motivate, resolve conflict, and communicate clearly. Next is stimulating innovation and change. In today's fast-paced world, companies must innovate to stay relevant. Take Netflix for example. Shifting from DVD renters to streaming was a major organizational change that required buy-in at all levels. We also face the challenge of coping with temporariness. Projects, teams, strategies change quickly. Employees must adapt fast. A marketing team, for example, may shift its entire strategy mid campaign based on sudden market trend on feedback. Our next challenge is working in network organizations. It is another challenge. With remote work across function teams, collaboration happens across digital platforms. Managing virtual teams requires trust, tech savviness, and clear communication. Then there is another challenge helping employees balance work life conflict. With smartphone and remote access, we work often follow us home. Companies that offer flexible schedules or mental health support are better able to retain the talent and reduce burnout. Lastly, improving ethical behavior is critical. Unethical practices can damage a company's reputation overnight. That's why Robbins emphasizes creating a strong ethical culture with clear policies and leaders who lead by example. In conclusion, the world of work is constantly evolving. As Robbins suggests, understanding these challenges is the first step to building stronger, more adaptable, and people focused organizations. That's all for today. I'm gonna thank our honorable co-teacher. Thank you.